And the plot thickens. The mystery of this agreement between Raila Amolo Odinga and President William Samoei Ruto is a very deep mystery that deepens every day. Now, yesterday in a press briefing, Raila Odinga told us that he has not even met with Ruto. Meanwhile, the UDA Party Secretary General has released a statement that is really a propaganda document. Very few, if any, facts, and a lot of his opinions, skewed opinions, towards the view of Ruto, the selfish view that advantages Ruto and UDA. In that statement, Malala says Raila is hungry for power, and this has been confirmed by his fresh demands shortly after the agreement. Now I'll come back to that issue of fresh demands shortly, because everybody is saying fresh demands. I'm seeing fresh demands all over the media, and I've really looked for these fresh demands, brand new demands from Raila. I can't find them. Can you please help me find them? Anyway, I'll come back to that shortly. I have a question to ask. This deal, it was made how? Now I know the story being floated around. Emissaries from both sides. So you send a few people who are running back and forth. Go and tell Ruto this. Go and tell Raila this. Something like that. That's the story we're being given. But let us step back and imagine such an arrangement. Would it be enough? Because Raila is a very experienced, seasoned politician. Would it be enough to make Raila call off the demos last Monday? You tell me. Because what we have seen in the past are very heated discussions between representatives from both sides. And finally the whole issue is resolved when the two men meet without their hardliners around, and have a talk. That's exactly what happened in 2008 between Mwai Kibaki and Raila Odinga. It is the same thing that happened in 2018 between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. So this one is strange. Or maybe they did it over WhatsApp. Ama text messages, which may have gone something like this. Wewe mganga unaleta shida Kenya. Raila's response, wewe Ruto, mbona unatuma polisi and they're being so brutal on the people of Kenya? Na wewe naita mimi mganga, na wewe ndo mganga mkuu. Siku moja nitaambia wa Kenya. Then after a few more heated exchanges, Ruto, wacha tutulize boli my brother. Can we discuss peace? Raila, I will always give peace a chance, but I don't believe you're genuine. Ruto, hapana my elder brother. This time I'm serious. Okay? Wacha tukae chini, tumalize hii maneno. Raila, wewe Ruto utafungua sava kweli? Ruto, wewe bwana, hii maneno tutamaliza. Hata sava inaweza funguliwa. Usijali. Wacha tukae chini tumalize hii maneno, peace. At least Kenyans waanze kupumua kidogo. Hii maandamano imezidi sana. Raila, sawa. Ruto, lakini wacha mimi niongee kwanza, ungoje kidogo alafu ongee. Raila, hiyo ni sawa. Now, does that sound realistic? Or how exactly was this peace accord arrived at? How? People didn't meet. And now, a few people on both sides are already breathing fire. Oscar Sudi, very close to Ruto, has told Raila, Rudi Maandamano, yeah, what you're requesting for is not possible. Rudi Maandamano, shauri yako. Hey. And then there's that statement from the Secretary General of UDA. Yeah. A man called Malala. I always call him Shackles of Doom Malala, because this is the man who wrote a play about the situation in Kenya. And now he is on the side of the bad guys in his very own play. Kwani, how sweet is this power that people forget themselves and their ideals and what they stand for, yeah, and other priorities come into play. What? Anyway, Malala, in a very strongly worded statement, really a propaganda document, yeah, accuses Raila of being power hungry. Now, how does this power hungry issue come in? I don't understand. I need somebody to sit me down and explain to me. Because last time I checked, Raila is not asking to be given power. He is asking for the servers to be opened. How difficult can that be? Yeah, if somebody really won. Of course, it can be impossible if somebody didn't win. Yeah, and that's very clear. Raila is asking for Kenyan people, the ordinary Kenyan, to be given a break. Yeah, the cost of living is too high, sky high. Now, how is that somebody hungry for power? You tell me. Folks, it is very clear this is very far from being over. Okay? But of course, mystery still surrounds what really happened on Sunday. Unless people are just on WhatsApp one lazy Sunday, alafu akasikilizana, or they send text messages. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, even speaking about it. So what really happened? What happened so that Ruto would appear in front of the cameras, looking very shaken, looking not himself, looking absent-minded, and Raila and Azimio appear in a presser, looking very shaken, kama wametoka kuona kitu ya kufanya mtu aogope sana. That's how it looked. So what happened on Sunday? Well, if you get an opportunity, I believe these latest developments are just solidifying, confirming the contents of my weekly intelligence briefings, number 104. Oh yes. Our press had the opportunity to ask the right questions. Okay, and they tried. Yeah. But they left out a few key questions, which if they were answered, would be closer to solving this mystery. Now, the first thing is that they assumed that these deals of pressure kutoka wazungu is usually done in the open. No. All through history, inakuanga chini ya maji kabisa. You don't even see the mzungus. Yeah, but they're there. Their threats and everything. The last thing they'll do is to send somebody to Kenya. Don't lie to yourself. So what the press should have asked Raila is, you're telling us you didn't meet. So how exactly did you agree, yeah, to postpone the Monday protests? Yeah. What really clinched it? What is it that the Ruto side said, yeah, that clinched this deal? Now, to be fair to our press, I don't think Raila would have answered that question. Yeah, because of course, the idea here is if something is chini ya maji, it remains chini ya maji. Yeah, those are the rules of the game. And again, to confirm the contents of WIB number 104, you will remember in Raila's statement, he emphasized that Azimio reserves the right to resume the protests after 1 week. Now, what can possibly happen in 1 week to make you satisfied that this thing is going the right direction? And that's not all. I will tell you for free that Raila knows Ruto very well. Raila understands Ruto very well. Can I give you evidence? Since this whole maneno started, Azimio has always been one step ahead of the government. The powerful government with state machinery. Raila and Azimio have always been one step ahead. And I'm thinking that this halftime, time out, whatever you want to call it, mapumziko ndo tuende Pasaka, alafu tukirudi tuendelee, this break could easily be the calm before the storm. It could be strategic Raila showing the world that what you're suggesting, these negotiations, are not possible with the character of the man who is sitting in State House. I am persuaded, I really believe that that is the correct position. You know, when you see UDA, the masters of propaganda, insisting that Raila has brought fresh demands on the table, and then you look at the original demands of Raila Odinga when Maandamano was starting, and all those demands which were there are here, and then you hear fresh demands, then you know maybe somebody was buying time. There is a theory, a rumor, some people are saying the government was buying time to sort out the server with the real presidential election results from last August, so that by the time those servers are opened, they will contain pure fiction. Hadithi za Abunuasi. So in my opinion, maybe Azimio needs to look deeper than the server. Now I know how difficult it is to interfere with the server, especially because of something called timestamps. When you do something, the time you did it, the date is recorded. I'm aware of the facts and the technology. However, in this day and age, when we are finding out that there's some technologies that are not in the public domain, that we have never heard of, that actually exist, when I hear somebody is dilly-dallying with the server that has the real results, I get very nervous. So maybe Azimio needs to look deeper than just the server. Will an audit of Chebukati's manufactured results yield something? Will it show us clearly that there are some results from some places that don't make sense? For instance, the Mount Kenya region. We all saw that the voter turnout was so low. But when the results came out, Mount Kenya voted. Walipiga kura. And most of them, of course, for UDA. Allegedly. So maybe a forensic audit of Chebukati's results may also be additional evidence to prove what Raila wants to prove, and what already a vast majority of Kenyans know, because it is us. We know how we voted, don't we? Yeah. Well, as I said in my previous video, this is a time for Kenyans to kai rada ile mbaya, because I repeat, it is very clear this thing ain't over. No, not yet. Now, I know many of you are curious, and I apologize once again that that information is not in the public domain, but it is highly sensitive information. Yeah. And some of you will understand why it is sensitive. In the year 2020, I suffered greatly, yeah, for ropokai, kutoboa yote na kusema ukweli ambao umetolewa surali. I really suffered. Okay? And I'm sure you don't want to see this channel vanish into thin air. So I'm sorry. I have to be careful. Even for your sake. Even if you don't understand it yet. Now you can see the latest offer on your screens right now. I know times are very hard in Kenya. Yeah, but I'm sure many can squeeze in at least the temporary 2-month subscription. You'll get all the WIBs and you'll also get this valuable information. Yeah, but if you can, it's even better to go for the life subscription. Yeah, you never need to worry again about subscription. Because where we are going, things will get worse before they get better. And as things get worse, there'll be a lot of things chini ya maji, highly sensitive, which will be unfolding. And indeed are unfolding even as we speak. Yeah, I'm just putting final touches to my next WIB number 105. Yeah. Even as you currently take in number 104. Yeah. All for a better Kenya. Until next time, this is Chris. Kumekucha.